How do we write songs? Think of things in a standard like musical sense, and so therefore if I'm playing something that's just super simple or, you know, not technically right or whatever, like, I just don't care. I don't consider myself a musician, and I take pride in that. It's not something that has to be understood. Like, it can be felt, and that's like, I don't know. To me, like, that's why I do it, is because it's something that is felt and not like studied to me. I don't always know where you're gonna go with vocals, so like when we write a song, like especially like we've got like all these songs kind of in the works, and like I have no idea where they're gonna end up because I don't hear that other side. It's always been like one of my favorite things is when we get to that point when vocals go down, like, and the song takes shape. I think that's like a very exciting time for me. You got people that only download the single, you know, and they miss out on that whole album. But then again, like maybe artists now don't even think in that way, and they're just thinking about that single, and that's part of the problem, or you know, maybe that's their own solution to it. When I was a kid, I wanted to become a guitarist. I don't know why I wanted to become a guitarist. I just wanted to become a guitarist. When I'm playing guitar, like, I don't think like, oh, I'm playing a G. If you want to see it deer in the headlights, ask me the key of any song we have. The cool thing now that we're doing is kind of experimenting more with not just like getting out of like the rigid drum machine line, but also like the sounds. Like, we're kind of getting out of the stock kind of sounds. Yeah. Like, write a beat, if I do it in a grid fashion, it's always going to be robotic and it's just going to get looped, and it's going to be like,
yeah,
very rigid.
Yeah, not as musical.
Ultimately, then I'll put guitar on it and it'll never be rigid again because it'll be all sloppy guitar over it. So I practice musicianship. I'm not a musician. I'm going on record. I'm not a musician.
Okay. You heard it here first.
Well, I think originally we were just set out to do, like, you know, a first 7-inch, and then we had 3 songs, so we wanted to do that bonus track, and then the second one, when we wanted to do a second 7-inch, we had 2 songs. We didn't have a third, or did we have one that we were?
No, we were thinking about doing an acoustic version of one of the first songs.
That's right. We were trying to figure out some kind of like bonus material, you know, for the second 7-inch, and then I think like it was actually really last minute.
It was like 2 weeks before the music had to be turned in or something.
Yeah, really last minute, and we just were like, let's write something. Let's write something really simple and just really quick, and it totally happened. Like, it was one of those things. Like, for me, I feel like I can never do that. I can never be like, let's do this, and
it's so hard,
and have it like just flow out. But for some reason, in that case, it worked really well.
Yeah.
Which is the song "A Moment."
When you take the time, take a moment to find.
I think there are a lot of reasons why vinyl is really awesome. Especially, like, we've talked about this before, how we feel like the vinyl with the digital is such a great method of portraying music, because vinyl is so tangible.
I mean, I can't even imagine like actually having a CD, like having.
You mean like a survival guide CD?
Yeah, like a survival guide CD to sell, like.
Yeah.
It just seems
like why?
Yeah, it doesn't make any kind of sense to me. I don't even know. I mean, it's been years since I've even bought a CD.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm buying something, I'm buying vinyl.
Yeah, but with vinyl, it's like you're in a
Yeah.
place where you're listening to music. We want to help keep the vinyl alive.
Which I think it's doing
I think so too.
on
It's,
its own. I mean, vinyl was supposedly
yeah, it's cool to
selling
be
better
part of
than
that though. You know,
CDs. Oh yeah, for sure.
because I feel like that. Like when I'm at home and I'm listening to records, it's like you really value the album as an album,
Yeah.
as opposed to the digital singles or like a mix or a Pandora station or whatever, whatever you're listening to.